everyone, Amanda Hughes here for Family Tree Nuts, and I'm on the banks of the Beaufort River along Port Royal Sound on present-day Marine Corps Recruit Depot, Parris Island, at the end of Parris Island, which is now a golf course. But 450 years ago, this wasn't a golf course. It was actually a Spanish settlement, that of Santa Elena. And now you're thinking back to yourself and you're like, I never heard of any Santa Elena when I was going through history. That's right. So I'm going to tell you a story of America's lost century, or really America's untold story. And that is one of Spanish colonialism right here in the southeastern United States. Again, I talked about Port Royal Sound a little bit ago, but that body of water wasn't named Port Royal Sound to begin with. In May of 1521, Spanish explorers sailed into that body of water, and they sailed into that body of water on St. Helena's Day. Well, that's anglicized. You know, if you're in the Catholic religion, you know that different saints have different days, and they sailed into Port Royal Sound, what's now known Port Royal Sound, on St. Helena's Day in May of 1521. They named it Santa Elena, which is the Spanish form of St. Helena. Now, in Beaufort County, we know a lot. There's St. Helena's Island. This was called St. Helena's Parish. There's an Episcopal church downtown that's called St. Helena's Episcopal Parish Church. So we've used this name, Santa Elena, through the centuries. But most people don't know that this site here on present-day Parris Island was the first European capital in the New World. And it was Spanish. You get in your history books, you'll learn that Christopher Columbus, sailed the ocean blue in 1492, and then you'll get a little paragraph about St. Augustine and St. Augustine being Spanish, and about that it's the longest continuously lived in city in the continental United States, which is true. But then you fast forward and you don't get anything really until the founding of Jamestown in 1607. However, the Spanish did come here. St. Augustine was established in 1565. They were here in 1566. And this is where Pedro Menendez de Avilés, by orders of the Spanish king, was setting up shop, basically, setting up a capital for a Spanish colony here in the southeastern United States. Port Royal Sound is a great body of water to do this, natural harbor, good natural defenses, all of this sort of thing. And so here he established, and he had as many as 400 residents here. Santa Elena had a church, had a school, had a governor's house, all of these sorts of things. And they had as many as 4 forts here at any given time. Now you might be asking yourself, 4 forts? What's up with that? Well, they were in a constant state of repair because of the humidity. We get a very high humidity here in the South Carolina low country, and we're very close to sea level, sometimes under sea level. That's what the marshes are about. There's marshes all surrounding Parris Island. And so they were always contending with wood rot. And so they constantly had to remake their forts and rebuild their forts, repair their forts. So that's why there were so many forts. There was Fort San Felipe 1 and 2, and then the next time they were here, because there was a little gap in time frame in the 1570s that they were not here, they had to abandon the settlement after some Native American attacks. The Native Americans burnt the town. Pedro Menendez had died by that time. Santa Elena was in the hands of his son-in-law, and the Native Americans came in and they ransacked the town, burnt the town. The settlers fled via small skiffs to go to their bigger galleons that were moored out in the river. That happened in the mid-1570s. And so then they came back a couple of years later, re-established the town, and that's when Forts San Marcos 1 and 2 were built. Basically on the site that I'm standing right now, you can see the dedication monument behind me to the Spanish legacy that was here. One other thing that I want to talk about, because it's very important, Santa Elena had basically the first and longest lasting brick kiln here in the southeastern United States. Also from this spot, Juan Pardo, Captain Juan Pardo, which is a Spanish explorer, he went as far inland as the Tennessee and North Carolina border. There was a Spanish settlement up there, so go ahead and Google that and check that out. It's very interesting how many settlements Spain did have here in the southeastern United States. So it's always a pleasure to bring these videos to you, and I hope that you've learned a lot. Again, this is Amanda Hughes along the banks of the Port Royal Sound in the low country of South Carolina on present-day Marine Corps Recruit Depot, Parris Island, on their golf course. But in history, this was the first Spanish capital, or first European capital, in the New World. Always remember, family tree nuts. Let our nuts find the nuts in your family tree.